Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Bleak Faith Forsaken. Wow. Awesome scenery around here, I must say. Also, surprisingly, the frame rate is still stable. I guess it was really just in the very beginning of this area where we first entered that it somehow dropped drastically. Anyway, I made my way back here. I put my Mirage down a little way back to save myself from having to climb up those staircases and, cross the long bridge every single time I'm going to die, which obviously I'm not going to die, but, just in case. And we are back here, where we cheese these enemies that refuse to follow us across the precarious rubble. Huh. Yeah, kind of stun-locked, except until you didn't. Okay, well that works. I suppose I don't know if enemies can heal themselves multiple times, or if they only have one healing charge available, perhaps. Okay, right. Of course, when you haven't been running through the area, aggroing absolutely every single enemy along the way, then this is not nearly as crowded as I remember this place being. It's actually pretty chill. There was this item... Right, that was here, awkwardly between these pillars that you cannot actually fit between. Is there anything down here? I mean, you can see a floor there, but that's probably just gonna kill you. Are you gonna allow me to sneak up to you? Apparently. Decent hit. But then they back off and heal, as they do. Didn't help in this case. Okay, right. These are down to only being worth 100. What's down there? That's the fact that that's. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped down here. That down there looks so detailed, and the red lighting makes me think that we might be able to go there, or maybe we've already been there. Could that somehow be the machinarium down there? Who knows? It looks a bit too detailed to just be random distant scenery, right? So maybe that is supposed to be one of the other areas and I just can't quite recognize the specific structures. Anyway. Just quickly looking around here. I know I looked across from here. Saw the process up on that ledge there. We ended up picking that up though. I was considering climbing across those structures there. I never did. I might end up doing that at some point. But for now, of course, we're going to stay on this side over here. Can we jump onto... wow, I could have very easily just fallen to my death there. Wonderful. Let's not do that. Can we make this jump? No. Surprisingly. Okay. Oh, you can climb this. We don't need to. We can. Oh. What is that? Those... that floating ring-shaped structure with the lights that just clips through the wall there. And another one above it, apparently, even further clipped into the wall structure. It's the first time I see that kind of asset, I suppose, and it's just randomly up there. Huh, strange. Also, what is up with that? That looks like a path to take, potentially. Doesn't it? If we could get to the higher level there. Oh, wow, wait. Maybe we could. Could we climb along those structures. Make the jump across there. Make the jump across from that horizontal pillar to the structure above us here. That's fascinating. Definitely hadn't seen that before, but maybe there's a way around that way. Hold on. Definitely need to investigate that, because if there is any way for us to go there, that's definitely something I want to explore. But where would that be from? This is just all completely closed off. We'd have to be on the other side of this, or actually... yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what can and can't be traversed. I mean, if we could get up there somehow. Oh, wow, we will totally be up there. I never saw that ladder. That's crazy. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, there's the mirage. There's totally a kickdown ladder and an item on the corner there as well. So we will be exploring the upper parts of this. I wasn't really convinced that we would, but well, now I am. The thing is, though, I kind of explored this. I must have just missed some path somewhere. Well, I mean, I was going to head back further, and I suppose ultimately, yeah, across that bridge and then back into that whole area there. But we can always do that. For now, I'm fascinated by this. By the prospect of exploring something that I didn't even know existed. Which is wonderful. Now I'm trying to be extra on the lookout for, you know, ladders to kick down and things like that. It's got to be somehow accessible from... oh, I mean, theoretically, maybe I was onto something with riding the serpent all the way and actually dropping down onto the very top of that structure, and then somehow dropping down and crossing that bridge right there, this massive bridge, and across like that. Somehow, that would be absolutely wild, though. Or maybe it's just a matter of finding a ladder that I missed from that large open park area, basically, with the trees and the random enemies running around. That would obviously be the much simpler explanation. Okay. Did of course look around that place on my first visit and determined that it seemed pretty empty. Except maybe for a handful of items and of course the random enemies. Oh, hello there. 600 XP, we'll take it. Actually, we're most of the way to level 30, 30, I wish, 23. It's still pretty nice. Yeah, those structures on the bridge there that from afar I could have sworn looked perfectly like some sort of warrior statues lining the way. Clearly they're not. But I mean, the general shape is there, right? So it definitely, when you're just far enough away so that you cannot make out any of the details, it's just enough to suggest that kind of shape. It's just the way our brains like to be tricked, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna head back here. that doesn't look explorable. Is this one of the super tough enemies? I think it might be. The previously super tough enemies. Maybe I should say. Nope, it's still definitely super tanky and hits like an absolute truck. What the hell? I mean, I can damage it, but Jesus. These are, I mean, basically like those super heavily armored knights. Except these don't look like they would be so tanky. But they are. Okay. Alright, I mean, using our abilities, we can kill it. It's worth a lot of experience, actually. The first kill was. So that's nice. Reinforced bone leg guard. Also an agility concoction. We take those for free, for sure. And we got the level up as well. Okay. 22 constitution, 950 hit points. Still no extra bonus point there, but that's okay. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Items. Oh, we did also get the Ronin helmet at some point. Light armor, and yeah, unfortunately helmets are just kind of forever locked for us, because, yeah. Premature decisions. Oh, Ronin Gauntlet, wait. Right, we got this. Got a greater regenerative fluid. Can we actually make those? Or even the normal ones? I wanted to check that. Reinforced bone leg guard. Heavy armor. Okay. Wow. Plus 1200... Oh, no. 800 blunt and 400 sharp armor rating. Holy crap. Reinforced indeed. I don't suppose we can just use this. Okay, I mean, that looks pretty good, I guess. 60.7% encumbrance. Okay. Just a little bit too heavy. But I would like to upgrade to some heavier armor, perhaps. Well, another piece of heavy armor, I guess, specifically. If I could do so without getting over 60% encumbrance. I guess we're not quite there yet. And body armor is going to be even heavier, of course, so we'll see. Did we... Oh, summoning extension, yeah, we did find that. Ronin pants, right, okay. Yep. Alright. Regenerative fluids. Forsaken. Berserker's tenacity. Extra stamina. 50% max stamina for 90 seconds. That's actually also not bad. Right, max health. Flux. Yeah, we don't need that. Immune system. Okay, so no regenerative fluid crafting for us yet. We do have 9 of those. And only one greater, actually. Okay, thought we had found those before, but I guess not. I did craft a bunch of these all attributes concoctions. We have 22 of these. Right, I guess most of these I just found over the course of the game. We have plenty of healing potions. Almost out of glow bugs, but that's okay. Hopefully, we're not going to be running into more super dark areas that require lighting. And even then we have our torch, so not a big deal. Anyway, moving on. So, I mean, I kind of explored along these rocks, though, when I was first here, because I was avoiding the enemies. But I wasn't really in exploration mode, more in, like, where the heck is the damn shortcut? Or the damn... whatchamacallit? Checkpoint mode. So I was looking for that specifically, but not really anything else. Okay, is there anything here? Oops, didn't mean to fall down there. That might have been a problem. Or maybe we can actually still save this. Wait. Okay, good. Thanks for being generous, game. Appreciate it. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be too high to climb, of course, and then we also couldn't really make it anywhere higher up from here. Trying so hard to look for anything that might be useful. But there are a lot of little, you know, ledges and corners and edges. Come on. Yeah, these are just very blurrily textured sheer walls. Those definitely don't look very promising. Surely we can drop safely down here. No problem. Okay. That's just a hole, I guess. Nothing to see here. Okay, this is the opening. Nothing there, it looks like. This would be the opening that had the post-process filter. Yeah. And that being said, yeah, you know what? Maybe this is just the way to go. Maybe this looks kind of promising for a reason, because it is. Because we can just jump across like that, and then start our climb. Yep. Sure seems like it's possible. Could there even be something there? I guess not. The main path is definitely over this way. Don't... Oh, I shouldn't have jumped there. Jesus. That was way too risky. Can we climb this? Sure can. And... let's climb up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, yep. It's fine. Could have put an item or two here just to encourage me, you know, just to tell me that for sure I'm not, you know, that for sure I'm in a place that I'm supposed to explore, but this is just too deliberately placed in such a way that it can all be reasonably climbed, you know. Yeah, we can't even climb these. Oh, slanted ledges. Okay. Oh, and we are actually getting closer to those structures, which is nice, but on the other hand, it also allows you to see even more clearly that they're just clipping through the wall there. It's such a weird decision. Why not place that otherwise unused asset, unless I've just missed it elsewhere, in a way where it, you know, doesn't look quite so, yeah, I don't know, unintentionally haphazardly placed. Okay, I tried to jump there. Thankfully that was ground. That would have been annoying to fall there. Any items? Nope. Okay. Anything down there? Don't see anything. Trust? Whew. I guess I couldn't have fallen there even if I hadn't grabbed the corner. Definitely waiting for that to just happen though at some point. Bit of a hiccup there. Okay. And we're not quite anywhere yet. Almost though. I guess we're above. Yeah, we're above this area. That's fantastic. I've been wondering, of course, if we would end up on one of those giant pillars. I guess specifically that one. And the angle seems to be perfectly traversable. But it's probably way too far away from anything. But we'll see. No items here, huh? No items, no enemies, no nothing. A nice view though, I suppose that's not nothing. Oh, that's... yeah, of course, that's that ledge. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised to find that the frame rate is just perfectly stable now. Okay, that's not a gap. I don't need to freak out. Okay. Still perfectly safe. Making our way through that, toward that kick down ladder. Yep, there's our homunculus right there. Random untextured cube right here. Well, not untextured, but might as well be. Kind of want to get on top of that platform, although not really sure why. It's not like it looks like there's anything there. I guess we'll just follow along this path, if you want to call it a path. If we're being very generous, I suppose. Not a single item. That is so weird to me. Oh, wait, no. Just a random little bright spot. Well, okay, I mean, there's the item that we saw on the ledge there, so that's a thing. Did we just drop down here? Wait, do we? I guess so, huh? Not returning back this way. So let's hope we didn't miss anything. That's a bit of a drop. But I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Kick that down, and our reward is Amulet of Arcane Protection. And some experience. Amulet. 1500 Technomancy armor rating. Passive Techno Defiance has a 35% chance to resist stagger or movement impairment effects caused by Technomancy damage. Okay. Right. Well, if we ever fight a boss that uses primarily or exclusively Technomancy, then that's the thing to use. Hopefully I'll remember. That's it, huh? That's what we did all this climbing for? I mean, fair enough, I guess. It's a good reward. Maybe not the most flashy, I don't know. I mean, a hand racker would have been super nice, of course. That's, I guess, the big thing. One of the big things I'm still looking for. Hmm. Okay. Well, in that case, I suppose I'm gonna get back to doing what I was originally planning to do, which I guess is pretty convenient to do from here anyway. Almost wish I had looked around that large open foresty area just a bit more. Just to make sure that there wasn't actually anything left there. I suppose I'm gonna have to return because I just didn't fully explore everything. I mean, I killed one of the enemies there. Basically proved that it's possible at this point, even though they're just a bit annoyingly tanky. But definitely not impossible. No. Nothing. And yeah, I saw you. I wasn't going to ignore you. Don't you worry. He's gonna drink, I'm gonna kill. There's the next one. Rinse and repeat. He's gonna backstab. Heal, I kill. You know. You know the drill. Okay, so I definitely just sprinted through here on my first visit. I could drop down to all kinds of ledges there, but I don't know. I don't know about that. If there is no specific indication, you know, something specifically telling me that there might be a reason to drop down to a certain ledge, I guess I'm going to refrain from just randomly jumping to precarious places just on the off chance, you know, that there might be something worthwhile. Because more often than not, far more often than not, there's just not anything. That being said, this platform, or this tower specifically, has that series of platforms. Okay, we'll investigate further after we clear out. Ooh, this is also another one where we might be able to drop down. Inside, maybe? Wait, what? Oh, I was stunned. I didn't quite know what was happening. Jesus. Holy slowdown. Oh. The first guy didn't drop anything, or it dropped all the way down there, actually. That might be his item down there. Just fell through the floor. Alright, well, at least I didn't. Yeah, I mean... Oh. Yeah, it's just floating there in midair, huh? Okay, well that's just lost, whatever it was. I think we have basically their full set at this point. Okay, so we got these platforms on the side here that we can just drop onto. I mean, those look, once again, deliberately placed in a way that I'm willing to trust the game on this, but what would we actually do with them? Maybe I should keep this in mind and return for the time being and just head over in this direction and see what there is to find. And there's that leaning structure. Okay, there's just that one. It, I guess, has its origin all the way back in the distance there, so we're not really going to be making our way there unless we can somehow climb to the top of one of those buildings. No, but even then, that giant pillar is just far in the distance. It's just too far away from any of the other structures here that we could possibly, maybe, climb, I think. Now you got some sort of ledge here. Yeah. Don't think so, though. And this is... The fact that it doesn't have a proper texture, again, doesn't really, you know, Doesn't really scream explore me. There's an item that we missed. There is a big enemy that we dodged before. I guess he hadn't actually noticed me. Oh, it's one of you guys. And there's that guy. Actually, probably heal. Jesus, wait, what the hell was that? The thing you just did. I wish you hadn't done that. Okay, hold on. Time out. Okay, so the big dual-wielding claw guy jumped into the air. Yeah, did exactly that. Whatever the heck that was. I'm dead. Yeah, okay. It's kind of stuck on the rocks and also maybe out of stamina. Oh, that was rough. Okay. Yeah, these enemies are still surprisingly tough. Definitely some of the, if not the toughest normal enemies. I mean, I guess it depends what you count as a normal enemy. Obviously those big glowing red enemies that we fought in the Abyss, that, you know, latest version of them is definitely very tough. And then there are also those giant two-handed axe-wielding knights that are just extremely tanky. Similarly to these claw wielders. But, you know, compared to the surrounding enemies, specifically these here, those claw guys are just so much tougher. Oh well. I guess next time I'm just gonna make sure not to be fighting them alongside another enemy, even if it's just one of those skeletons that, well, are also definitely dangerous. Just a lot quicker to kill. Which of course helps a lot. Okay. Got him before he even had a chance to try to heal. Nope. Do it. Definitely starting to wish that I had placed my Mirage maybe on this platform here instead. Also, I do not want to be fighting here. Well, okay, I mean, I suppose that worked out. We will take that for sure. Okay, so I mean, I really kind of have to take on this guy, unfortunately, or else I won't be able to look around in peace. So, cannot really be helped. But at least maybe we can avoid drawing the attention of the skeleton enemy. Don't even know where that one is, though. It might just randomly see me again and decide to join. Hello, okay. Maybe we're good this time. Okay, just start off with the stun and some really solid damage. I don't see the enemy, which is definitely bad. Okay, I mean, the stun and just following combo. Oof, this is so rough. The enemy, the damage they deal is absolute madness. Okay, we're still getting 1500 marrow. Excuse me, marrow weapon. Guess I'm gonna heal up again. It's fine. Out of combat anyway, so. Oh, it is a twin blade. Swift marrow. Okay, 15% sharp armor penetration. I like that. Ability marrow. Send forward a marrow snake, which damages and ruptures all enemies that come in contact with it. 326 sharp damage, scaling with agility. 60 flux cost. Ability Bone Barrier. Creates a bone barrier around you, which damages and ruptures all enemies that come in contact with it. Ruptures. Okay. But it doesn't actually protect, it's just an offensive barrier, I guess. 206 sharp damage total, but per tick or total, or like over the duration of its time? Over the course of its duration, I guess I should say. Also 60 flux and a minute cooldown. I mean, Oh, that's not at all what they're using. Yeah, it's a twin blade, of course. Not dual wielding. Okay, this looks really cool. And it looks like it should have a passive bleeding effect on it. Really, I mean, that's a prime lacerating weapon, if I ever saw one. I mean, I could absolutely see myself using this kind of thing, but... Oh, well, I mean, its damage is actually really bad. What the heck? Why is it only 78 to 80? It is Mark III. What's up with that? I guess, once again, because it's basically... You need to double it, right? Because it... You will always hit with both of your blades for every single attack. Unless, of course, you miss. Cannot fit through there. Okay, well, there's one of those enemies. Those technically slightly weaker enemies, but... Oh, okay. Got more stuff that we missed before. Oh, Greater Anomalous Crystal. It's one of those unique ones. Very interesting. Oh, 75 max health, 15% critical damage. Okay. I mean, health is relatively easy to come by. So maybe use this for the 15% crit damage? That would make sense, I suppose, since we are critting so much, right? That seems like probably the best choice. Ooh, wow. Made the jump. Nice. Or we could have just jumped up here, actually. But that's fine. Okay. Frame rate. I don't know if it's the frame... I mean, yeah, I suppose it is the frame rate. But as for what's causing it... I guess we are approaching the area that caused the... You know, caused my frame rate to be so low and unstable. Oh god. When we first came here. Okay, you guys are still relatively squishy. Oof. Okay, got you both. But also, my hard drive is still pretty full. Well, specifically the one that I'm saving videos on, because I have been recording so many of these. And they are sometimes upwards of a dozen gigabytes. It just adds up pretty quickly. There's one of those guys. Don't necessarily want to deal with him, but I guess we have to. Do that in time. Ooh, this is actually kind of bad. Yeah, this is really bad. I was trying so hard to roll away. God damn it. Should I just go ahead and reset this thing and place the Mirage somewhere a bit closer? I could also... I'm just gonna go ahead and run and not kill all the enemies. Okay, I used that little interruption to make a bit of a jump cut. I just ran back here to this area, well, near the beginning. Again, frame rate is surprisingly stable, so I'm not sure what's going on. And I took out most of the enemies around here, or... yeah, many of the enemies. And then also, as I was running around here, just seeing if there were any more of them running around. I know there must be more over that way. I haven't been there where the big giant is patrolling. But here, this area over here should be pretty clear. And yeah, then I heard the hum. And there it is. The anomaly that I missed here. So, good thing I did come back. Mountains of Madness. Not the Mountains of Madness. I guess. some other mountains of madness. The city, rooted in its origins far below, has risen from the depths, breaking through the clouds like jagged monoliths. Its towers, stark and imposing, jut out of the sky, their concrete and steel forms calcified into rigid shapes. The design of these colossal structures reflects the raw ambition and brutality of their genesis, their silhouettes sharp and unforgiving against the backdrop of the heavens. Below, in the central hub, the city's foundation is a tangled mess of concrete and cables, an industrial labyrinth that once anchored the towering spires, now piercing the clouds. The structures, while visually stunning in their sheer scale and precision, convey a sense of relentless, unyielding force, a testament to the city's harsh and monumental emanation from its origins into a landscape of sky-high austerity. Okay. Anyway, we got the giant leaning pillar here. That is indeed, of course, not as far away perhaps as I thought, but obviously still way too far to possibly reach. It's even quite a bit above these buildings here. However, on the other side of this, there's something that looks a little bit intriguing, although it's probably nothing, but it could be. Right there, over there are more enemies. I was reminded as I was killing the enemies here that those relatively easy to kill skeletons, if you can get them by themselves, drop the regen fluid as well as restorative fluid, so both the regular healing potions for free basically, and often like 2 or 3 at a time, and as well, yeah, they can drop the regen potions that restore 50% of your hit points over 10 seconds, which is of course pretty nice to have, because you can have both of those equipped at the same time. 4 of each, of course, in a combat. Alright, yeah, the promising looking thing was this actually. I guess I should have looked from over here, or rather, well, yeah, no, I guess I was thinking of either of these. Could be reachable. I mean, that one's too steep, I guess, but that one? And I can definitely see a series of drops safe enough to make just in terms of distance. The only question, of course, is will there be death planes ready to kill me? Because, yeah, theoretically we should be able to just get on top of that and walk along and get, I don't know, somewhere? Again, it's probably nothing. I mean, I can't see where that would get me. But of course, theoretically, there could be all kinds of things. There probably aren't, though. I don't know how carefully I looked around these cliffs here. How much I scanned, perhaps. And there definitely could be another anomaly somewhere around this first area, perhaps. Oh, and by the way, further back in the, the little area of ruins that you pass through before heading over the, across the bridge into that first little tower there, I looked around there. I didn't find anything else, no more items. Definitely no homunculus, so I don't know. At this point, maybe there just isn't one closer to the entrance here. Once again, this area has just this constant background humming that's pretty similar to an anomaly hum. Unless I'm also actually hearing that, but I don't see it, so I'm gonna say no anomalies here. Oh yeah, I remember that building there. I think is that the one actually that I climbed into from the other side, or rather just literally walked into or jumped into from almost ground level, and then it looked like there was something in there, but it just wasn't. Yeah, you can literally just walk in from here. can actually walk through these openings. Oh, hello there. Apparently I was never here. Alpha. Okay. What does an alpha post-process filter look like? What could alpha actually mean? Alpha? Whoa. Huh. It's like the event filter, but black and white instead of red and green. It's certainly an interesting look. But, is it like... Is there alpha radiation? I mean, there probably is, right? If there's beta and gamma. God. Unlike pretty much all other filters, this one makes the menus almost unusable. So that's another reason not to use this one. Interesting look, though, for sure. But not something I would want to play the game as. Okay, there's that guy. Well, let's see. I mean, I killed 2 of them without too much problem. Okay, stunned him. It's a good start for sure. Nice, okay. Yeah, they're still worth 1,500 apiece. I mean, actually, that's not too bad. Concoction Constitution and Greater Restoration Fluid. Very good. When you open the fight with a stun, they're definitely quite manageable too. It's just when you don't, they're suddenly completely impossible. Wait, I got turned around. Did I? Yeah. Yeah, that's the leaning thing again. Okay, I actually somehow did get turned around. Oh. I thought we had just been on the opposite side. I suppose we were, I just ran across. That would explain that, I suppose. Oh, this is actually already back at the start. Okay, okay. I guess I had the dimensions of this initial area a little bit wrong in my mind. But that's weird, though. I mean, we had... The first post-process filter I ever found, right, was like right here or here. And so the other one, the other one we just found was just around the corner. That's funny. And then there were like 2 others in this zone as well. At least one that I know for sure. Or did we find another one in our second exploration session here? Maybe not, I don't know. And definitely 3 though, total. At the very least. Right, yeah, that was this. Right, and then I went through that. That's where the second filter was. Or, well, the third one I found here, I guess. The second near the beginning. Right, there we go. The tower again. I somehow accidentally dodged a giant while I was running around here. Also, am I seeing an item back there? And yes, I saw him. Yeah, there is an item. Okay, I totally missed that. Somehow. There's probably also another small enemy or 2 running around in this particular section here. Okay, restorative fluid, 600 XP, we'll take it. Oh, hello there. Skeleton. Not optimal since the giant is also... No, wait, I thought the giant had access onto me. Okay, I do not know the combos of these guys here. I mostly just keep attacking and hope for the best. Oh, right. I forgot that these are magic giants. And I don't know that I've ever seen that attack. Okay, that's crazy. I guess I only really ever killed this guy once. Oh, yeah, I saw this attack only from this perspective, basically, from when I was standing right between his feet. But they were one-shot, right? Like, only a single weak point? Yep. 620 XP. So dramatic. Upgrade module +2, anomalous crystal, greater Dreadguard's concoction. Good stuff. Okay, I mean, I guess at this point I'm pretty sure that we've explored this exhaustively, and there is, I mean, there's definitely not another homunculus here. Surely not. Unless they really hid it away, but I doubt that they would have hidden it that well. I don't know, I could be wrong, but, you know, I'm gonna say probably not. So, do I see if I can explore downwards here? Jump down safely somewhere? I'm 99% sure that I'm just gonna die. Not necessarily from fall damage, but just because you're not supposed to drop down here. Also, there might just be overhangs everywhere, actually. Well, I mean, I could drop down to those ledges there, but then, I don't know, maybe there is a way. You know, let's just try. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. These are some of the blurriest textures we've seen. Okay, actually still not dead. Wait. Okay. I guess I was once again just wrong. And we can totally make it to this building, but up close I guess all these ledges are a bit bigger than they seemed. So actually navigating this structure, even when it's... Oh, and there is a there is a death plane. Honestly, maybe for the better. I was gonna say, I mean, even leaning as far over as it is, that would have been tricky to navigate, to say the least, to, you know, jump across all those ledges, so yeah, maybe not. However, there is that tower, right? Oh yeah, okay. Frame rate? Stabilized-ish? No? Jesus. Nope, the game is not happy. What is going on? Oof. I might make this a bit of a shorter episode. Not an hour and a half, just around the usual hour, I guess. Yeah, because there's definitely something going on. I need to just make room on my hard drive, or just maybe save the next video I record somewhere else, because this is apparently... I mean, I don't know, I'm guessing that might have something to do with it. And it's not really the game running badly, but it's the actual recording that's making things super choppy now. But I want to finish exploring, you know, I guess finish off this exploring session by trying to drop down those platforms. Oh god, this is not getting any better. I mean, I would just restart the game, but I'm also so close to wrapping up the episode anyway, you know, at this point. Oops. I was looking elsewhere. Didn't realize he was already dead. Surely this is, you know, my PC is not just gonna crash before I can finish this one video, you know? Come on. Come on, PC, you can do it. Surely. And the choppiness is kind of not great. Oh? Geese Cards Manifest 2 out of 3. Achievement Scribe. Find all lore pages across all your playthroughs. Wow. Not even in the single playthrough. That's wild. I guess we're reading that. Geese Cards Manifest 2 out of 3. Those, however, who are in general condemned to suffer, who struggle even in times that are deemed good for others, must again rely on numbness and intoxication to see through it all. these unfortunate misers, used to being accused by the previously described for everything and anything, then fall even lower, to the level of blaming each other for how things have turned out, instead of the foreign enemy or their previous rulers. And when that is done, they go even lower, where they will once again kneel and obey, for a dog may have a preference for one master over another, but his base loyalty can always be bought with the promise of mere survival. Wow. Dude, what a grim, if entirely correct, view of humanity. Right, anyway, I guess we're gonna deal with these guys one final time here. Part of me kind of wants to stick around in between episodes and... Oh, only got one of them, that's fine. Oh, wait. But please kill him, though, before he has a chance to heal, okay. At least that. Yeah, place a more favorable homunculus, like, right here, I guess would be good. And then just farm those skellies and, oh. He just flew right off, huh? Yeah, the item is floating there in the air. Oh, well. Yeah, farm the skeletons and claw users for their healing items. Because I don't know that I otherwise have a source of those regen fluids, and I would like those. I mean, I do like those. I like having those. I guess I'm just gonna drop down to this first platform here and hope for the best. It looks like we should be able to just drop onto... Oh. Well, so much for this being intentional, huh? No, and then I missed that platform, and there's a death plane anyway. That's... okay. I mean, I guess only the latest disappointment in a series. That's... I mean, I can't say that exploration has not been rewarding overall. I mean, obviously we found this whole thing here. And there might yet be something to find by riding the serpent. And of course we're not done exploring this place, you know, going in this direction. So I feel like, wasn't there something I wanted to do with Handler? Something I wanted to craft or something I wanted to change about my equipment? Like, I don't know, as I was running back I was thinking, oh, I should have maybe returned to Handler real quick to do the thing, but now I can't remember what the thing was. I don't know, I guess it's not that important. I'm gonna remember as soon as I stop recording, probably. And I should wrap up this episode anyway. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my PC right now, or the game, or the recording software. It's probably just the hard drive getting full. So, I will, yeah, wrap this one up. We're still not quite done exploring this place, but surely it's just a matter of one more episode here before we can move on to Ghost Town, I guess. Yeah, but first, I guess we're going to explore what's between here and the end of the zone, the point of interest there, the objective. Well, we're also going to take at least one more ride on the Serpent. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what we find. There could, of course, be a boss at the end of this. In fact, I mean, there is probably going to be a boss at the end of this. Maybe actually guarding the objective. We'll see. For now, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye!